Last week I hosted my first open lobby for Splatoon. You're watching some gameplay from that in the description. Hopefully you will enjoy the gameplays. They definitely are well worth watching in my opinion. I will be hosting another open lobby this weekend for Splatoon, so make sure you get involved. It will be happening on Saturday between 7 PM and 9 PM BST. I'll leave all of the times for your region in the description, so make sure you check out the times and make sure you get involved with the second open lobby this weekend. The first one was so much fun and I can't wait for the second one. In this video I'm going to talk about why Splatoon is one of my favourite games of all time. It really is that good. Now when the game first got revealed, I knew straight away that I really wanted this game from the first trailer. I'm big into shooters, never really played a third person shooter before, so I wasn't worried about whether I would enjoy it as much as first person shooters, but from that first trailer I knew that I would like that game. And now that I've got the game, now that we are in August 2015, 1 year, probably 18 months later from that first trailer, I'm just absolutely loving the game at this moment in time. I have spent over 80 hours on the online multiplayer alone. I've only played the first level of the single player, definitely need to complete the single player, but I'm just absolutely loving the online multiplayer at this moment in time. I'm just addicted to it. It really is that good, it really is that fun. It's just the little details that add up to make the game great. It's like I love the noise where you're swimming in the ink and then you jump as a squid and you land in the ink. I just love that doing noise when you land in the ink. It's just I just absolutely love that noise, as well as when you shoot in the ink. They've just got the sounds for this game completely right. It's something which gets overlooked when you're actually playing the game. It's only something which I've noticed when I'm uploading these videos and I'm editing these videos. I'm listening to the raw gameplay and hearing these sounds through a headset, and the sounds are just absolutely brilliant. The music as well, the music's just so good, like it just goes well with the gameplay in the background. I just love this game. I just love how fast paced it is. I love how they've shortened all of the matches to like 3 to 5 minutes, that you're constantly in matches, you're constantly in the action. It's not like Call of Duty Ghost where it's boring, matches last for like 10 minutes and it's just not a fun experience. With this game it's so fast paced that each match, it only feels like a minute. It really does, because you're having that much fun playing the game. I just love the mechanics of the game. I just love the kids, I love the squids, I love the splatting, I love the super jumping. I pretty much love everything about this game, and I think people that have played this game, especially the gaming media, and have reviewed it, especially now that the August update has gone live, the game is so different to the game that we got on May the 30th. I think people should re-review the game, and I'm guessing I'm doing it within this video. I'm guessing I am re-reviewing this game now. But Splatoon has had a lot more content since I reviewed the game. I'll leave a link to my original review in the description. It's like straight after that review we got 2 new weapons, we got a new map, and that's just been the case pretty much every single week. We've had 2 new weapons pretty much every single week, and we've had a new map. It's like if we don't have new weapons, we've got a new map to play on. If we don't have a new map to play on, then we've got new weapons to try out. It's just so good. It makes you look forward to the weekend or to later on in the week, because you're going to get something new to try out. I just love how they have released new content for the game. Now the game did need more content, don't get me wrong, but they could have just released all of this content all in one go. They could have just bombarded everyone with a ton of content, and obviously that would have been good, don't get me wrong, but I prefer how they have spaced it out, and they've just made you look forward every single week to more content coming, because that there's something going to be happening every single week. And with Splatfest, how it's happening every 3 weeks as well. Again, it makes you look forward to that event as well, even though the questions for Europe are complete garbage compared to North America. But still, I just love how they've created an event out of, you know, a turf war on, you know, on maps where they're set at night. I just love how they're creating an event out of that, because you want to play well every single match in Splatfest, because you want to make your team cross over the finishing line, make your team get the win, because you need those super seasonals pretty much. And I just love how they've made an event out of that, and I look forward to Splatfest every 3 weeks. I just, like I said, I love how they've created an event out of it. Again, like I've said before, and make you look forward to it. It's like, it's something different every single week. It's like, again, it's like, it's an event. It's like Wimbledon for Splatoon. It's like the World Cup for Splatoon. It's like the Super Bowl for Splatoon. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I'm loving Splatfest at this moment in time. I'm loving the game at this moment in time. I know we've got squad battles, we've got the ability to party up with people finally. We've got you know, new game modes coming. You know, we've had tower control, we've had splat zones. We're going to be getting Rainmaker soon as well. I'm looking forward to, you know, playing on that. It's just a really great game. You know, a game is great that when you switch it off, you continue to think about it. You think, oh, what weapon should I use next time? Should I use the 52 gal deco like I've done many times, or should I use something different? Should I use one of the rollers? Should I use a charger? Should I use, you know, maybe the jet squelcher? Should I use the splatter shot? You know, should I jump into tower control and use the splatter shot because it's got the ink Zuka, and ink Zuka is bloody brilliant for tower control? Or should I go to splat zones, continue to use a weapon where I've got the ink strike? It's just, it makes you think all of the time, and that's what I'm doing all the time. I'm just completely addicted to this game, and I'm just loving this game at this moment in time. And I think not only is this game of the year, I think this is probably going to be one of my favourite games of this generation. I can't see this game being topped at this moment in time. I really can't. It's just, it's so fresh. I've said this many times before, but this game is just so different. It's in a league of its own. You can't really compare this game to another game out there because it is so different and because it is so good. It's just, seriously, it's just so good. And I think this game kind of gets overlooked because it is on a Nintendo system. It definitely gets overlooked by the gaming media. They're forcing you to play Destiny. Every flipping 2 minutes they're posting a flaming Destiny article on why you should buy the Taken King and why you should buy content that you should have got when the game launched last September. But I've barely seen any. I've seen IGN, I've seen Kotaku mention the latest Splatoon update briefly. I've seen Polygon, IGN, you know, people like that. But Games Radar, they're forcing flipping Destiny down my throat. It's completely stupid. More people should celebrate Splatoon in my opinion. But because it's on a Nintendo system, because it's on the Wii U, and the Wii U is failing at this moment in time, I feel like this game does get overlooked. I feel like if this game was on the PS4 and Xbox One, I feel like this game would get the recognition that it deserves. But yeah, like I said, because this system, or because this game is on the system that is selling the least at this moment in time, I kind of feel like this game is getting overlooked. Now, this game isn't getting overlooked by the Nintendo fan base because this game is selling really, really well, especially for a new IP. At this moment in time of recording, the game has sold 1.6 million worldwide, which is really, really good for a new IP on a system that has only sold 10 million systems worldwide. Now, I think more people on the Wii U, I think 10 million, I think every single Wii U owner should own this game, I really do, because I think this is the best Wii U game released so far. I know some people would say different, but for me, because of how great the game is, this is my favourite Wii U game, and I can't see it getting topped because there isn't really much coming out after this year. I can't really see it being topped, to be honest with you. I think this will be my favourite Wii U game of all time. It is one of my favourite games of all time because of how great the game is. I'm just loving this game. I'm just loving Turf War. I'm just loving tower control. I'm loving splat zones. I'm just loving every single bit about this game. But that's not to say that the game is perfect. Don't get me wrong, the game could do with improving here and there, and I will make a separate video talking about some of the improvements that I want to see within Splatoon. But in terms of how fun the game is, in terms of how great the game is, it definitely is one of my favourite games of all time. It definitely goes up there with Pokemon Gold, with the Anime Manager series, with the Time Splitter series. It definitely goes up with those games. And when I look back over the next 10 years and I look back at the games that I've played, Splatoon will definitely stick out, in my opinion. It definitely will stick out for me. It may not do for you, but for me it will do. I'm sure some people talk about voice chat. I'm always hearing people talking about voice chat, but trust me, I've played the game for 80 hours. The game doesn't really need voice chat, it really doesn't. It hasn't affected my fun of the game. Obviously, the game would benefit in ranked battle, but you can still play ranked battle without voice chat and still have fun. I feel like a lot of people are focusing on the negativity. They're focusing on what the game doesn't have instead of what the game does have, and the game has a lot of great features that gets overlooked by the whiners, the bitches, the flipping twats of the community that constantly bitch about anything. It's like the flipping don't talk about games anymore, they just talk about flipping features that don't really affect the game that much, to be honest with you. Obviously, like I said before, obviously voice chat would benefit the game, but the game's still great as it is. It's still great to play now, and if like I said before on my channel, if you boycotted the game for voice chat, then you're stupid. You really are, because you're missing out on not only the best Wii U game, but you're missing out on one of the best games of this generation. But this game won't get Game of the Year. I tell you now, it won't get Game of the Year. It won't get Best New IP. Best New IP will go to Bloodborne, even though it's pretty much Dark Souls, pretty much. That will go to Bloodborne because it's not, it's not a Nintendo game. This game won't get, Best Game. It won't get Game of the Year because it's a Nintendo game. It won't see any rewards pretty much because it's a Nintendo game. It probably will get best family game or something like that. Something stupid like that. It won't get best shooter of the year, even though it probably will be. It probably will be the best shooter of this year. Judging from Battlefront, how that's got tons of missing content. Black Ops 3, there's question marks about that. But I tell you now, you'll struggle to find a better shooter than Splatoon this year. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I've been rambling on for far too long now. Splatoon is one of my favourite games of all time because of how great the game is. I'm just loving this game at this moment in time, as you can tell. I'm sure I am missing out on some of the stuff that I've wanted to say within this video. It's just so much stuff to talk about in terms of how great the game is that I'm sure I am missing something. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to Rainmaker. I'm just looking forward to the next open lobby for Splatoon because I had a lot of fun in the first open lobby, and like I said at the start, hopefully you will get involved in the next open lobby for Splatoon. Splatoon is one of my favourite games of all time. The music, the sounds, the gameplay, it just all blends together to one great package. Before Splatoon, I was totally against playing third person shooters. I was like, you know what, I don't want to touch a third person shooter because it's not a first person shooter, and only first person shooters are fun, which is a completely stupid mentality to have, but that's just what I had. I just didn't think I would have the same amount of fun playing a third person shooter as what I've had playing first person shooters. But playing Splatoon, because of how great Splatoon is, it's made me open to the third person shooter franchise. And that's just how great the game is, because it's turned somebody there that was totally against playing third person shooters into somebody there that is, maybe looking at picking up other third person shooters. That is just how great Splatoon is. It's just fun. It's just, you can't deny how fun this game is, and that's, at the end of the day, that is the most important thing about gaming. It's not about the 1080p, it's not about the 720p, it's not about the 60 frames per second, it's not about the flipping voice chat, It's not about flaming notifications. It's not about how many polygons are on somebody's face. It's not about the stuff that gets in the way of what is the most important thing about gaming, and that is having fun. And flipping Splatoon has it in bucket loads. It has it in slosher loads. It has it. Look, you can't. Seriously, I'm just rambling on at this point because I'm running out of stuff to say about how great this game is. Splatoon is just a great game. I'm going to continue playing this game long after the Wii U is dead, which probably will be next year when the NX will come out. But I will still be playing this game for many years to come because I just love this game. The only time when I'll stop playing this game is probably when they will take down the servers. But yeah, I'm just loving this game at this moment in time. It's just so great. It's just so fun. It's just addictive. I'm running out of stuff to say about this game. But yeah, that's just pretty much all I'll talk about for this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.